I just bought the Rokinon 14mm ultra wide angle lens. Boy, am I excited. So my 18 to 55 mil is just not wide enough for real estate and what I want to do, the look I'm going for. And so I wanted to go a little bit wider, and I came across this lens on Amazon. Packaging looks decent. So just looking at this thing straight out of the box, you could tell it's not cheaply built. It's got a real nice weight to it. It's real solid. The only thing that's rubber on it is the grip around the focus ring. The lens hood is a nice feature to it, but for the price, man, I mean, this is a solid lens. Just looking at it, I don't know how it shoots yet, but we're gonna see. We're gonna find out. Man, just look at that glass, though. Look how beautiful and clear that is. Okay, so here's what I know about this lens, just based on specs before I go out and shoot with it. It goes down to a 2.8 f-stop, which is great for low light situations. And a lot of people are using this thing for astrophotography, so getting the sky and those colors to really pop with this lens should be a piece of cake. So one thing about this lens is it doesn't have an autofocus feature. And so it's all manual focus, and so if autofocus is all you're used to, this probably is not the lens for you. But if you can use manual and that doesn't scare you off, this lens comes with mounts for Nikon, Canon, Pentax, Sony, and Fuji. So it's very universal, which is great. So the aperture on this thing is a little bit different. You're not going to use the on-camera aperture functions. It's actually on the lens, and let me show you what I'm talking about on this. So this is the ring right here at the bottom of the lens that you're going to turn. As you can see, it goes all the way from 2.8 all the way up to 22 f-stop. And the focus ring on this thing is a little bit different too. You can see it goes all the way up to infinity, but man, you turn forever to get all the way back to 28 centimeters, which is the closest to the camera that it can focus. Almost all the way around the lens, you can see right here, there's infinity, there's 28, and the ring is kind of stiff. So one thing I am worried about with this lens is the amount of distortion that I'm going to get around the edges. If I'm going to get any, I don't know. I would be very surprised if I didn't get some distortion. But for real estate filmmaking, you want the sharpest edges as possible. You don't want a door frame bending in your shot. That would not look good, and that would not be appealing to a client. So, but I'm tired of talking about it. We're gonna go shoot with this thing and figure out what I like and don't like about it, so I can bring it to you guys and figure it out. All right, I'll be back in a second. So all in all, I am very impressed with this lens, and the distortion, like I thought was going to be real drastic, is minimal, almost non-existent. You guys might have noticed this little eye floater thing up in the corner of the lens. That's my fault for not cleaning the lens before I went out and shot. I knew better. Always go clean your lens before you go out and shoot, or you'll get this thing right here. Before I go on, I want to throw up a side-by-side of what this lens looks like in my office compared to what it did with the 18 to 55. You can see just how much wider of a range is being covered in here. I will say that the focus on this thing is kind of a bit much. If you're in a pinch, say you're shooting a wedding and it's a really fast moment that you need to capture, because this thing doesn't have autofocus, you may get yourself into a pinch because you really have to turn the ring to get it to focus. So it's definitely not a deal breaker. I think anybody who's looking to buy a wide-angle lens should definitely check this lens out, because I just think professionally or beginners, this lens is a very good lens. Well, that's it for this one, guys. I hope this brought value to you in some way, whether you're looking to buy a lens or just looking to see what lenses are out there. I don't think you can go wrong with this lens at all. And I will say that I actually went out and bought this lens. Nobody sent it to me to review, so I'm not biased in any way. And I'll definitely leave a link in the description for you guys to check it out. One last thing I'd like to mention is that my channel is not necessarily a review channel, but if I find a product that I like, I'll definitely be sharing it with you guys so you guys can check them out. And if this is what brought you to my channel, I'm glad you're here, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys would leave a like and a comment. I'll definitely be responding to every single one. And if you subscribe, you get to see what I'm posting every single week. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see y'all in the next one.